Hi friends, welcome back to our new session, and I am your English teacher Miss Liji ma'am. And what about your quarantine days? Are you all happy? I hope that all of you are happy and safe. So be safe and secure. So today I am going to start the first chapter, that is a letter to God from your first flight, the first chapter, a letter to God, which is written by G.L. Fuentes. So in this chapter, some word meanings have written here. Main characters are there, Lengcho and Postmaster. These are the main characters. Lengcho is a very poor farmer, but he had a deep faith in God, extreme faith in God. Let me ask you one question. Have you felt any situation like that you are in very difficult situation, that you feel that God only can help you? If any miracles happen, if any miracle happens, then only you can, you may get any help, help in your life. And if it is happened so, can you please think about those things? Sometimes when we are in danger and difficulties, the first thing we feel, I also pray a lot. So the first thing which I pray to God. So in the same way, everybody pray to God. Here the poor farmer also had much deepest faith in God. And see, so that we'll see when we read the chapter. So because of his extreme faith, how he cope up with the situations which he was facing. So actually this poor man was living in the valley. Valley means ghati we say. So in the valley of a hill. And his house was only at the top of his was there. At the crest of the hill means the top of the hill. Only his house was there. And he was having a cornfield. Everything was okay. Here his cornfield, it was blossoming, and he was expecting a good harvest. Everything was fine. Only he thought that he want only now a good downpour, a rain, good shower. So that after that everything will be okay. So he was looking at the sky time to time to see whether any black clouds or anything, is there any chance to rain. So one day at the evening time, he was very happy and called his wife and said, I think there will be rain today. Anyway, whatever he predicted, that happened that day. That evening, during the dinner time, they got a good shower. He felt that shower like silver coins because of this rain, his harvest will be more better. So he will get more money. So he will have a good time. Yeah, with the money he will have a good time in future. So he thought everything is okay. But after some time the rain changed. It started pouring hailstones. Hailstones means frozen ice piece. We all like to collect the ice piece when it rains, no? I also used to collect. The same way, everybody likes. So his children also enjoyed very much. They started collecting those frozen pearls. It is used. Here, the frozen pearls he has used. The hailstones were like frozen pearls. He has used metaphor here. Metaphor means indirect comparison. Frozen pearls, it was like, anyway, in the beginning it was okay, but later he understood. For 1 hour, the hailstones, it was pouring like. So because of that, after he understood, now his crop, nothing will be left. Everything will be over now. So after the raining, he looked at his field. So he saw everything was covered with like salt, like white. But everything was over. That means now there was not any hope now. He understood nothing is going to happen now. Anyways, he is much tensed now. So he don't know now what to do. his family persons were much worried, but he said there will be, see, by seeing this, he said to his family members that a plague of locusts would have left more than this. What is a plague of locusts? That means insects which fly in group. Recently we also had the same experience of Tiddadel, same cheese, Tidda. So these things, he says, if they also could have come, would have come, better than this much would not have been happened anyways. So more than that, this hailstone have made the means everything was devastated completely. So now he thinks what to do. Then he thinks he was an ox of a man. That means ox of a man was a very hard working person. Means day and night he worked very hard to give a better life to his children. But he was a literate person. He thought to write a letter to God. Then he wrote a letter to him and he demanded so many things in that. He said, "Dear God, these and these things happened with me. Yeah, I had a cornfield, and because of these hailstones, now nothing is left. Me and my children are going to starve the whole year. I need 100 pesos to put up a new crop and to live for the coming year, to feed my family. So anyway, I need 100 pesos you have to give me." And he wrote the address God. Then he posted that letter into the post office. And after that, many days he continuously went to see whether he had got any reply. But see, he was having that much faith that he was knowing that God will definitely answer him. He was going, continuously was going. Now, when the postmaster, when he saw that address, it was written of the God, they started laughing. The employees and the postmaster, they started laughing. They thought, who has written this letter for God? Who will write like this? They felt a little funny like, but later they understood. The postmaster thought the person must be having much deep faith in his mind. Because of that only he might have written the letter to God. They thought to open the letter. They opened it because there is no God's address. God's address is, but we cannot make him to reach there. So he opened the letter and read. When he read the letter, he understood the difficulty that man was going through. He understood that he was in much difficulty. So first he understood that only showing empathy or pity, nothing will work out. So he thought to collect some money. He gathered some money from his own side. He collected some money from his friends, co-workers. So Lengcho had asked 100 pesos. But he could gather just more than half, that means 70 pesos. Pesos means that is a Latin American rupee. They used in Mexico and those types, Brazil, all those countries, they use pesos. They say peso, money. So actually that's a good amount of money. So they could gather only 70 pesos. So anyway, he thought at least he could gather that much. He thought it will be helpful. So he put those money into the envelope and wrote his address. Then as the signature he put God there. Why he put God? Because he understood, postmaster understood that Lengcho had that much faith in God. So in order not to shake his belief, the postmaster thought to write the name God as a signature. And he posted this letter into the post office. The next day morning, in the morning itself, Lengcho came again, and when he saw the letter, he was very happy. So the postmaster and the other employees also were just waiting to see his what will be his expression when he see the letter. So this man opened the letter, and after reading this, means no reaction, nothing was there. He just read the letter and counted the money. And he took another paper and started writing something. Again he put the address of God, then posted in the letter box. Once he went away, this postman was wanted to know what actually he might have written. So he went to the letter box and took the letter very fast and then he started reading. You know what was it actually written? He had written, "Dear God, the money which you had sent, I got it, the money which you had sent. But actually, I had asked you for 100 pesos because I needed 100 pesos, but I got only 70 pesos. So next time, anyways, I need the rest of the money." He says, it was written in the letter that I need the rest of the money. In 70 I got, the rest 30 I need. But next time when you send the money, don't send through the post office, because the post office people are a bunch of crooks. Bunch of crooks means very dishonest people. So what he think here means he believed that God might have given 100 and the post office people might have taken the rest of the 30. This is what he has written, what he meant. Anyways, the message at last, here the story ends. So the message that we get from the story is that, see, the reaction to the post office employees cannot be justified, because we should also try to empathize such poor people. Like, see, Lengcho actually, his that time, Lengcho had written as like a letter, like he needed the rest of the money. We have to understand his condition also, because he was a very poor farmer. He was in need of money, so his mental condition was like that. So we have to consider his mental condition first of all. This is what, anyway, post office people might have felt a little disappointed by reading these things, but later they might have understood his mental thinking and mental condition, whatever. But one thing, when we deeply believe that, when we believe in God that we need something, something very bad happened, we need some remedy for that, definitely somebody will be there. God may not be coming throughout here, God may not be coming directly to help us, but there will be somebody. If we ask God's help wholeheartedly, I believe that He will arrange someone in another ways, in some other ways, through our friends, or somebody will be there to help us, to take us from that difficulties. So this is all about my class. Thank you very much for your patient listening. I hope you might have understood. When you read the chapter, it will be more clear to you. So thank you very much. Stay safe and happy.